Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to IESF 14 World Esports Championship Bali 2022 Fire Stage! Already hot in here, everyone. So, once again, before we start the match, I would like to share some information about this event. The IESF 14 World Esports Championship will be a part of the Indonesia Esports Summit 22, an annual celebration of the country's esports ecosystem initiated by IESF and PBSI. With the goal to involve all esports stakeholders in Indonesia, including game publishers, game developers, pro teams, athletes, influencers, brands, community, and media in the country. In this year, the IESF 14 World Esports Championship 2022 followed by 106 countries, and this is make this event as esport event with the most nationality competing offline. We have 4 marvelous thematic stages like Earth Stage, Air Stage, Ice Stage, and Fire Stage. And we have 6 games include CSGO, Dota 2, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, PUBG Mobile, eFootball 2023, and Tekken 7 also. And today, we are here in the Fire Stage. We will have the last day of play-ins in PUBG Mobile. Before we're going to start the match, I want to tell you that this event can be held by support from our government sponsors. So thanks to Kemenparekraf, Kemenpora, KONI, NOC Indonesia, and Wonderful Indonesia. With a prize pool $100,000 with the live streaming channels we have in the Twitch IESF_TV5, YouTube PBSI, YouTube Garudaku.se. All right, guys, let us start the game, and I will tag to the caster that will lead the game for today. We have Dona Fiska and El Doge.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the last day of play-ins in this 14th World Esports Championship 2022, live from Bali, Indonesia. And with me, Dona Fiska, and alongside with me, El Doge as my partner, we are gonna witnessing which top 11 team is gonna be proceeding into the grand final tomorrow for 3 days straight. Hi, El Doge.
Hello. Super excited for today because, again, only top 11 will proceed to the grand final. And I guess we already saw how dominating Saudi Arabia, but I hope all the other teams, especially South Korea, Vietnam, up until Ghana, they will play their best today because they need it. Only 11 team will proceed to the grand final.
Definitely. And yeah, I'm also really excited, especially tomorrow as well, because like tomorrow we're gonna have another contender, which are the grand finalists. That is, well, later on we're gonna like explain the tournament format of this 14th World Esports Championship for you guys. So after we were sawing the domination of Group A.
Yeah.
What is your expectation today, El Doge?
Like I mentioned not yesterday, 2 days ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. At our second day, I really hope for Group B, especially Group C. They will give their best shot. And they did it at the second day. So I hope, especially the third day, the last day, they will give more than we already saw at the second day. But before we are going to the game, we really want to say thank you so much to all the sponsors. The main sponsor, JHL Group, sponsored by also JHL Auto, Nusapay, DAS, Gudang Crypto, Taiwan Excellence, Pertamina, and also Hydro Coco.
And of course, we're also having our official telco partner, which is Telkomsel, official smartphone partner, our beloved Samsung Galaxy A series, internet service provider partner IndiHome, travel management partner HIN, hotel partner Absat Hotel, and our venue right here, right now, Marusaka Hotel. We also have esports broadcaster partner Minaski Global, IFEL, and also ESIT, production partner Lemon ID.
And also the media partner Trans Studio, Detik.com, Esports.id, Video.com, Dunia Games, Dance TV, Dance Play, Merah Putih, Bola Score, and also Kami Bijak. So thank you to all the sponsors, and do not forget the government support.
Yep.
Really amazing coming from them. So thank you so much for Kemenpora, Kemenparekraf, KONI, and OC Indonesia, and also Wonderful Indonesia.
Yep. Thank you so much of all of the amazing support here, because like without all of the sponsors, without our government support and also our any other partner as well, we're not gonna be here, and this event is not gonna be as amazing as it is right now, because I enjoyed this event so much.
I can see that though.
Yeah, because like I kind of like coming back here again and again, like every day, even on my off day, even like there's no PUBG Mobile, right?
Yeah. I mean, beside all the amazing view, amazing scenery, good foods, good exhibition, when do you do the cast with outfit like this, like?
Yeah, this is like once in a blue moon kind of type. Like I can only wear my sandals here, my flip flop, my like. You are right here right now wearing like these amazing shirts.
Yeah.
Yeah, colorful
Colorful.
team as well. So, El Doge,
What
and
is that?
also, ladies and gentlemen, we are gonna refresh
Oh.
your mind once again about this tournament format. Like we mentioned again and again for a million of times, the
Million of
play-ins consists of 3 groups that divided by Group A, B, C, and of course, and each group for B and C especially contains 6 teams, and Group A contains 7 teams that we're gonna see for today. Which 11 teams are gonna be proceeding their way into the main event tomorrow, and gonna be playing with 4 teams that coming from regional qualifier directly, which are Kazakhstan, Morocco, Turkey, and Brazil, and of course 1 invited teams, host country Indonesia, and they are gonna be playing in 3 days, 5 matches a day, and in total 15 matches.
Yep, and the point system is still the same. So every winner chicken dinner will get 15 points. Then the second one 12, third 10, fourth 8, fifth 6, drop down to the 13 to the 16 without points. But we'll not see that at the play-ins,
Of course.
because the maximum of the players are 13 teams.
Yep.
So yeah, maybe if you face Group A, it can be. But
Yeah.
after that, B versus C, it will never happen. So every elimination points will get 1, and the total prize pool for about $100,000.
Oh my god, it's so huge. But only top 3 teams or countries is gonna like take the cut of the total prize pool. The first being the biggest so far, half of the cut $50,000, and the second is $30,000, and the third is gonna take the $20,000 total of the prize pool itself. It's so huge, but it's with this kind of like distribution of the prize pool, though, it's kind of like do or die situation for all of the teams, because you are not gonna be happy if you placed 4th, though.
Especially with a small gap of points, right? So
Yep.
these are the participants. Group A, Libya, Senegal, Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Brunei Darussalam, Azerbaijan, and Sri Lanka. Group B, South Korea, Mauritius, Bahrain, Chinese Taipei, Vietnam, and Iraq. Group C, Ghana, Jordan, Djibouti, Guatemala, Maldives, and also Egypt.
Yep, and for today's matches, the first series we're gonna see the battle between Group A and B, that they are gonna be playing at Rangel, Miramar, and also Sandhawk. And today's matches is not gonna be any different from yesterday's. We're gonna have a 3 days matches between each group in round robin. So in total, we're gonna have 9 matches for today.
Yep. What makes me curious, Donna, is about the grand final. Because it's only 5 matches a day.
Yep.
What map will get more appearance at the match itself?
But usually it's gonna be like 2
Rangel,
in
Miramar,
Rangel,
right?
2
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Miramar,
yeah.
and also 1 Sandhawk. Are you gonna be happy if there are 2 Sandhawk and then only 1 in Rangel? You are not, right?
I'm not. But I hope, though. I hope. This is just my wall thinking. Because we are playing at Bali. How it can it be Nusa there, maybe?
Is it doable actually with
It's
the
doable.
40s?
With a total of 16, it's not.
How many players in
I think
64,
48.
right?
Yeah, total 64.
64, right? Yeah.
But we can't play 64 at Nusa.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll see later because the most important one is the 9 games today. It's like a do or die. Even though you already said for the final, I agree with that. But today, for the whole of the points, because what I can see from the total points, actually the gap coming from the 11th position and the 12th one, it's only 5 points.
5 points.
It's only 5 points. Even South Korea closed the day for the second game, for the second day with a chicken dinner. So the possibility is still so much, Donna.
With that being said, Chinese Taipei is the 11th in the 11th position for now, and South Korea is haunting them in the 12th position. But what intrigued me a lot is actually like the 13th position for now, which is Vietnam Eldoge.
It's quite far then.
Have you ever imagined or like did you ever expecting that Vietnam Eagle Esports having this kind of like result in this kind of tournaments? It's kind of like odds, right? Seeing Eagle Esports being this quote unquote like not performing really well.
Yeah. I mean, the first day I stated I really supporting, not supporting, but like I can see that Vietnam has the chance.
Yeah.
Because all the players, because the history coming from the team, right? But again, expect the unexpected. It's so It's so minimum kind of the information you can get from the other teams because most of the teams are not the pro teams coming from pro league. So that way, if they have a good skills, they can adapt well. They can play really well. With that being said, Saudi is a very good players. They got a lot of points, but coming from Jordan, coming from Iraq, even Iraq is not Ligma Galaxy, right?
Yeah.
They can play well. So that way, still expect the unexpected. And for you guys, ladies and gentlemen, do not forget to support your team from your house, your nation, your favorite one, and give some hashtag. Share the live stream because we will see. We are so closing to the final. So I already met the Indonesian teams. I don't want to meet the other teams because if I'm not mistaken, Fireflux already here from the beginning. From the start day, right? Yeah.
We saw it. We met them, Fireflux. And then yesterday, I believe Kuda Terbang, right? That representing
the flying
Indonesia.
Horse.
Yeah, the flying horse in English is flying horse, but their name team is Kuda Terbang. Plus maybe
a new
capital
coach.
M. Yeah.
A new coach.
New coach.
Yeah, from Morp.
Oh.
Nandi is joining the team. So Nandi is actually become the national coach for Indonesia, and I hope all of the teams, the other teams, will have the same because we want to see the best of the best at the grand final.
Definitely.
Go.
Especially the first game is ready and we're gonna be jump into the first game, which is gonna take us to the OG map, Erangel. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go into the game.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, and here come the flight path for the day. It is going, it's quite unique actually. Coming from the Primors area, going towards the, what do we say?
At the southwest area.
Yeah, southwest, southeast.
Northeast.
No, southeast to the northwest. Yeah.
That's right.
No. Southwest to the northeast. Yeah.
Northeast,
Yeah, so Primors to the starboard. It's okay. It's still early morning, right?
Yeah.
Even in Jakarta right now, it's still 8 o'clock. So yeah, be with it. Coming for all of the players, they can go to their place easily, I guess. But for those who want to go to the Novo, Milta, Lipovka, they got a lot of tasks to do. Not only by the vehicle, but the way. And I think the zone, this will be very interesting because the second day, the zone is like an opposite for the flight path. So we'll see. Is the zone be like that again or not?
Yep. And yeah, I'm kind of curious. If talking about the flight path, it's not gonna be like so fair for all of it. But the most important thing is the first circle of the day, the first circle of the first game that really favoring a lot of teams here, really favoring the flight path as well. Because like on the previous days, 2 days matches in the Playins, the circles kind of tend to be like quite opposite with the flight path itself. But for now, it's gonna be like, all right, Tencent seems like very kind for them for now. So a lot of teams,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
almost all of the teams gonna have a easy early time to loot, and also time to to do the rotation
Yeah, do
itself.
the rotation. I mean, this is the last day. Maybe the game itself, like, okay, then I'm giving you the good time. I'm I'm giving you the good time, so that way, yeah. But I think this will not last long. Like all the things are,
In this life.
yeah, because we are doing the rematch again. We
Mm-hmm.
want to say that we want all the players to play their best. Okay,
Yeah.
so we do not know what's the problem, but I hope though, I hope all the players will have their best, even though the first circle is actually easy for them. But we'll see the
Yeah,
next round.
we'll see. But but what is really interests me is actually with this kind of circle and also the flat path,
Mhm.
we need to do the remake. The circle is
Yeah.
the circle is good for now, for the opening game. But
Yeah.
I'm really curious about the next circle though, the real game that we're gonna be watching, and them as a player are gonna be playing. Because like, is it gonna be like the circle opposites of the flat path kind of thing or
Yeah.
not? Yeah, but actually, Aldoge,
What is that?
I kind of have a feeling about what is the problem for now, because like I kind of hear something back there. Yeah, I think
Right?
I think it's a problem with the plane.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
I guess
with
they
the-
put a different view, you know.
Yeah,
Plane need to use after.
yeah.
No,
not solar.
yeah, not solar.
What is solar in
What is
English?
solar? I guess solar is same.
Yeah. I think.
Biodiesel, I guess.
Biodiesel. Biodiesel. Yeah.
Biodiesel, I guess. So yeah,
Yeah.
maybe that's the problem. So
Yeah.
all the players just like back to the plane.
Yeah.
We are moving to the other plane, and I hope it doesn't happen to us at the
What?
last day.
No.
I do not
No, no.
want to have any delay.
No, please not. Finger crossed. Don't
Done.
be like
Done.
that. But anyway, Aldoge, you
What is that?
mentioned earlier about the support that is
Oh.
like the viewers is have to giving towards the players here or the teams here.
Totally,
I'm
totally.
kind of curious about the hashtag though, because like usually we only see teams hashtag only, like in Indonesia BTR win,
Yeah,
and also like
it was roar.
how about the
Yeah.
international teams?
Yeah, I'm really
They-
curious about that. actually.
yeah, and especially like they are representing the whole nation,
Nation,
right? Yeah, the
yeah.
whole country itself. So I'm curious about like the hashtags. So if you have one, drop it down to the comment section, because like we really want to see that.
Yeah, I'm totally
How about
curious
Indonesia?
about that. Indonesia is still the same though, yeah. The
Indo
Indo
pride,
fighting,
yeah.
So we'll see another nation, because again, even though we are competing, but this is a very good moment to see how far and how wide the culture in the world itself,
Mm-hmm,
right? So maybe you can use your language, you can use the hashtag and kind of like that. So we are back to the game again, ladies and gentlemen. I really like it is not that long to
See?
wait for the second game. So, oh, it is
See?
a very total flight path coming from the north side.
It's a U-turn kind of flight
Yeah,
path,
yeah,
right?
it's near the Georgia Bulgaria going to the very pier, but the problem is still the same, Donna. For those who want to go to the east side of the map, they have a lot of work need to be done.
Yeah, but it's quite fair though, because like compared to the last flight path,
Mm-hmm.
it's only like a U-turn kind of thing, because like the plane itself was going
Again.
towards like 70, right,
Again,
and then
Donna,
go back.
Again, Donna, it's a very logical game.
Yeah.
So from
logic.
from one airport to the next airport and back to the
Yeah,
back to the first airport
only
again.
go back and forth
Yeah.
for the plane itself. So yeah, enjoy your time, enjoy your flight path for the players itself. So they're gonna be dropping down, and it's easy kind of flight path, especially for Vietnam, because like they're dropping down onto the Georgia Pole, the southern Georgia Pole. Maybe like they're gonna like swarming out of around Yatka also. So let's see.
The first circle, right?
Yeah, the
The
first,
first circle.
Always.
Always.
It's always about the first circle, though. And we're gonna see the first circle
Where's that?
is
Where's
gonna
that?
be favoring
Where
which
is the
side?
circle?
Oh my
Oof.
god! Oh my god!
Again,
Aldoge.
the times I'm still still really giving their wafer because the last day, I guess, for them. But I really want to mention the previous day, the second day, Sri Lanka got the winner chicken dinner for the first game with 7 elimination.
Yep.
Today, with this kind of flight path, with this kind of circle, they actually help a lot by the game because
Actually.
they are playing near the central area. So let's see about their rotation because that is the most important thing to be done right now.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. And I think we're gonna see
The light.
the light is on, and I think our plane is
Oh.
still having like some a bit of a trouble now. So we're gonna do the second remake, remake,
Remake.
remake.
I don't know what to say anymore then, to be honest.
To be- Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like the flight is also like a user already, and then we have to to do the rematch actually. But anyway, we're gonna still enjoy our morning here because like the time still here, and also the players is still here again, Eldoge, because this is the last day, especially like maybe the last two Erangel that are gonna be played by the
Group A?
players. Yeah,
Especially Group A, yeah.
each group actually only like
Oh,
gonna
yeah,
play
yeah,
two
yeah,
Erangels,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
So they are gonna like want to maximize their potential here.
Yeah, and for those who are asking, there's actually a referee here. So because maybe there's some complaint and the referee see it as a big problem and less than 3 minutes, so they do the rematch. But I hope after this will be the real beginning of the match itself because I'm really curious how about the top 11 and when you do or when you did two rematch, I guess it's already what lowering your vibes.
Vibes,
Yeah,
yeah, right.
kind of
Definitely,
that.
actually, yeah. It's kind of like you got to rest for a bit, but it's kind of like yeah, dropping down your vibes. It's kind of like double H kind of believe, right?
Yeah.
It's do or die, or we're gonna wait for the next game. Hopefully, it's gonna be like the real game. Because like
real.
it's too bad, you know, because the first circle though, the last circle we saw, it's very fair. It's like
Yeah.
you remember when I and Chuchu said about an ancient kind of circle. It's like the ancient kind of circle because it's right in the middle.
Yeah, it's kind of you start the game at the beginning of PUBG Mobile. The circle kind of like that, right?
Yeah.
So there isn't any or there isn't a lot of possibilities. It's kind of tend to the central part of the map. So I hope it will help the players, but who knows about the third game?
Yeah, you remember back then the old days of
Yeah,
when
I'm
we
the
were
old
playing.
player. I'm the old
yeah,
player.
yeah, I know, and we're playing like PUBG and also PUBG Mobile. The circle were not really extreme back then.
Yeah.
It's so rare to see the extreme kind of circle, right?
Yeah, because you know, at the beginning of the stage of game, I think the logic for the circle is not as much as today, because the competition are growing, the players are more competitive. So that way, from the publisher, they need to expand the circle game. I mean,
Yeah.
but yeah, at the beginning, the circle is kind of same from the previous two games that did the rematch. So I hope, I hope the third game will be the real deal for the players.
And the real deal, and I hope I don't know, I maybe kind of like
What?
I maybe like kind of have a bad feeling about the circle though, and
Oh.
also about the flight pad though. It's not gonna be like the same as the previous two games
So,
that not being
so
played.
they will take another plane, right?
Yeah, the whole
Yeah, because
Another plane.
the last two planes already did a job.
Yep.
It's kind of maybe you can't use the same plane, so
Yeah.
maybe different flight path, different circle, kind of like that logic, right?
Different pilot.
Different pilot, different person who
Maybe.
put the circle,
Yeah.
but not a different game.
Yeah, not a different game. But although though, after we saw those two unplayed match
yeah.
or unplayed game, and after we saw that two kind of like pattern of the circle itself, how do you predict? Can you predict like the real deal, the real game later on is gonna have what kind of circle?
I think I can't predict
So-
it right. You know,
we're gonna have our usual thing, predicting the circle kind of thing, but it's
quote
like
unquote predicting,
predicting
right?
kind of circle, yeah. Because like we played this game a lot as an Indonesia caster. So what? Which area that you feel is gonna like in the circle?
For me, to boost again the adrenaline coming from the players, I really hope even the first circle already shift a big shift from the flight path.
Extreme.
The extreme one.
Extreme.
So for an example, the flight path going to the left or the right side of the map. So the circle it can go so far from the flight path going to the other direction.
Yeah.
I hope.
Yeah, I hope so actually.
Yeah, you hope so, right?
I hope so actually.
Because there will be a lot of battles.
Battles and also a lot of like big rotation coming in.
And big rotation, resulting big battles. So we hope things like that will happen. And for ladies and gentlemen, again, we are going to say support your best team, support your favorite team.
Yep.
Because without further ado, I guess there will be a short time towards the next game, and again I hope this will be the real deal. So without further ado, this is the first game of the day. Angel, enjoy.
Let's go. Let's go. Okay.
Let's see.
We are
this is
having a totally different flight path now.
Lipovka.
Going from west to
west to the east.
Kind of thing.
East to the west.
East to the west.
East to the west. Lipovka going to the northwest area. Zarki. Zarki is the exact location for the latest drop for the players. So I hope, please God, this will be the last rematch for the first game because we don't want to see their best. So yeah, like I predicted, Lipovka to Zarki, and right now a different task because the other two games, the players coming from Lipovka and all the other area around had a lot of tasks. Right now, players want to go to the Novo, Sosnovka, or the southern part of the map. They are the players that have a lot of tasks to do.
Yeah, but actually, like only teams or countries in Georgiapol area or even Zarki now is kind of have like a same vibe, the same feeling in terms of like the flag path, and compared to the latest or the last two flag path as well. And we can see Eagle Esports or Vietnam now is gonna be dropping down onto the Georgiapol, maybe the southern area of Georgiapol itself. They only like lost a little bit of time now. But talking about the circle, though, the circle really favor in the flight path for now.
I mean, for 3 games, okay? 3 games we can say, even though the first 2 games are repeated or rematch.
Yep.
So, Tencent really want the players play their best today because the circle favors the player, and with kind of this circle, I guess, there will be war in 3rd or 4th circle because they are still having a lot of good plays to do the load to maximize what they need to have at the mid to the late game.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to see this is the Senegal team. And Senegal, for now, I want to see their position. And their position for now is not really good. They only like collected about 38 points. And they placed in the 17th position. They need to do like some big kind of gameplay, some big kind of play stuff for now, because like they are only gonna play for 6 matches, and if they want to proceeding into the top 11, they have to be collecting like a bunch of points. And you need to remember the points up there is not that kind of point, right? It's still like the continuously adding point for the other teams.
I mean, talking about Senegal, the problem is still the same for me. The first 2 days, they show that the gameplay too passive. Back again to the Battle Royale, it's all about the muscle memory. They are not fighting. They are doing a good rotation. But they are not fighting. They are defending their compound. But when it comes to the late game, they failed how to control, how to adapt for the best late game play. And without any fight, we can see the point from Senegal actually most of the points coming from the placement. So that way, Senegal really need to step up their game, really need to chance their mindset, but the gap point is quite far, like you already mentioned before.
Did I see PMGC banner there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, on the top of the compound, right? I think it's
Yeah.
like a welcome to the other finalists, because most of the finalists are coming from the
PMGC.
PMGC.
PMGC's player, PMGC's finalist, which
Yeah.
is gonna be like pretty interesting story for tomorrow. I cannot really wait because, like we discussed earlier, Eldoge, if you're a team that has so many experiences, especially in the international tournament,
Okay.
it's kind of like a double-edged kind of belief for
Blade,
you
okay.
because like you have that experience, but the
At the
other
same time,
teams at the
yeah.
same time, the other teams know exactly what you are doing and know exactly how to counter you actually, but you on the other side doesn't really know the information about the other team as well.
Totally. That's what we can say. That's the downfall when it comes
Yeah.
to a very famous team, a very a very good one with a lot of achievements. So that way, when it comes to a team like that, they need to maximize their experience to adapt very well,
Yeah,
because they
adapt.
know how to handle the situation. I think that's the power. But a surprise attack coming from Iraq, I guess. One of the players from Chinese Taipei already at the low HP. Shark K need to move around right now. And why we are moving? That's not good though. But
Oh.
Hong already at the what is quarry area, but they meet another team which come from Azerbaijan. This is a really good start because we know Azerbaijan really need a lot of points. Also, like what we discussed about Senegal.
Actually, yes, but this is very unfortunate for Chinese Taipei that
Yeah.
they went away from their first enemy or opponent, and then the bad luck is on them because Azerbaijan is there, and I believe that Azerbaijan is actually not really that ready to fight a war, and that kind of elimination point for our Azerbaijan is like, oh.
Gifted.
Gifted, yeah, gifted kind of point because both of Azerbaijan and Chinese Taipei actually didn't really ready for making a war or go up against each other. But Azerbaijan though, because like they place or they occupied that area in the first place, they are more ready than Chinese Taipei that just arrived.
I mean, meeting like that is kind of unfortunate for both of the parties. But like you already mentioned a lot about Azerbaijan, they are more ready, or one of the player more ready because he is there first than the player from Chinese Taipei.
Yep.
But from that condition, I guess this is a strategy or the new one because it's quite unique. It's quite odd, I can say,
Yeah.
because quarry and then the scrapping area around that becomes the first part of the map to be looted by the players. Is not that often, I can say.
Yeah, quite odd to see.
Quite odd, yeah.
But moving on to the other POV, now we seeing Team Vietnam, which once again they placed 13th for now, and they are really need to do a lot of hard work to if they want to proceeding into the top 11, of course. And for now, in terms of looting phase for them, the first 7 or maybe up to 8 minutes, they are free and they only need to like move a little bit towards the first zone.
Yeah, this is quite unique also because Vietnam, I think, they already knew Georgia area is free for them. They can loot all the areas, so most of the players did the loot for the apartment. One already inside the zone, and that's a good investment because he also got the what do we say, the container area. So yeah, all of the players from Vietnam, I think, already fought now. They got a lot of loots. They can fight a good. They can do a good fight at the mid to the late game. So we'll see. But Iraq, this team, from my notes, every winner chicken dinner had by Iraq, it's always double-digit elimination. It's shown that Iraq players, if they aggressive or they can have their tempo or their moment, this team is so strong, I can say.
Yeah, this team is so strong and like quite took the spotlight on them in terms of like a bunch of the war that we saw for the previous 2 days, and for now, Team Iraq position is on the 3rd position with 140 total points, and yeah, it's gonna be like a pretty. I believe it's pretty chill for the Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and also Iraq if they want to play this last 6 games. But Brunei, though, Brunei keep falling down in terms of the leaderboard for now, because like they currently place at the 4th with 132 total points. Because like compared to the first games that they played, actually Brunei is one of the teams alongside Saudi Arabia that took the spotlight.
I mean, when it comes to the play-ins, when a lot of battles happen, a lot of matches, what you need to do is be consistent.
Yeah.
It's good to have big games, a lot of points. We can't deny that. But when it comes to a long tournament, you really need to be consistent. You can't lower your guard. You can't lower your gameplay. So, yeah, I think that's the problem from Brunei. They just need to be consistent because Brunei itself, I think, quite safe. Even though right now it's not that far with Libya, but coming to the 11th position, I think it's quite far for Brunei also.
Yeah, actually.
Wow.
But looking at the live status, though, Azerbaijan and also Chinese Taipei are the 2 of the teams or country that is playing alongside with the blue zone for now. Because, like, especially for Chinese Taipei, though, after this is like the result after they lost one of their men, and I believe they're gonna facing the other challenge for now for in terms of the rotation itself. But the zone shift is not kind of extreme for now, especially for the second circle, because like majority of the teams is already inside the second circle. I can only see 3 teams that is outside of the safe zone itself.
But I think it's predicted. I mean, when it comes to the first circle, it's favoring the players. All the players just want to go to the central. They just want to have a good compound, good place to hold, to defend their position, because that's what player want when it comes to that circle. But Brunei Darussalam, the conqueror of Rozok, right now being contested by South Korea, and I really like how South Korea split their players because those 2 important compounds, especially the red one and the 3-floor one or 3-level ones, it is so good to defend yourself. You can see the heel of Rozok. You can see all of the compound from Rozok, and also the entry coming from school, coming from another part of the eastern side of the map. So, yeah, a good defense so far for South Korea, I guess.
Yeah, I can see that because like we can see that from the minimap as well. 2 of the players from South Korea defending any or each angle, but 1 man down for now, Math Boy. But because they are still inside of a house, it's still gonna be revived. It's a doable thing to do for South Korea, and they are going to be back with 4 players, especially with this kind of split 2 and 2 is not going to be a challenge or a hard thing to do for them.
I guess this is what benefits you a lot when it comes to compound by compound gameplay. At PMGC, we can see a team like DRS play the same strategy like what Brunei and South Korea do right now, because when it comes to a compound battle, even though you're already knocking down the player from the other enemy, they can still revive it. Or even yourself being knocked down, your teammate can still revive it. But it is only happens for, I think, the first 3 circle, because after that there will be a commit movement. Definitely coming from the other teams who wants that compound, who wants that circle. But the 3rd one, this is what I'm waiting for. Shift towards the Rozok and school area. So for those teams who are still outside of the circle, it is the time for you guys to go. But we can hear the cheering.
I think not from here. From the other side of the venue itself. Because like we are gonna see the cheering or the yelling or the shouting is gonna happen in the 3rd or 4th circle, of course, for PUBG Mobile itself. And South Korea, though, even though their compound is still inside of the circle, but they are moving on for now. They want to search for another compound or another spot that is better for them. And Libya now also are gonna go straight into the circle itself towards the eastern area of the school, and they are gonna be facing another challenge like back. And now Senegal is facing the king of the leaderboard, which is Saudi Arabia.
Look at the difference between Senegal and Saudi. When it comes to Saudi, they are proactive.
Yeah.
They are moving around, but the Senegal players still do the prone. Look at those players, even one already being knocked down, one at the low HP, and it's easy to be shot, to be crushed by the vehicle. So that way, it is not a big fight, but Senegal already left 2 of their players. Even the support coming from the compound failed to shut down player from Saudi, and look at that shot. It's a very big one. Even Zenos being taken down. So that way, Senegal only left with 1 player, and that's it. Senegal, the first team, wiped out and sent to the lobby.
Done and dusted from Saudi Arabia. It's big kind of war, but Saudi Arabia finished it really seems like easily for them, because like I didn't really notice a big effort that they did. Actually, they only using like a buggy to eliminate 2 or to knock down 2 players, and also they only sent 1 player from Saudi Arabia to take the compound that has support from Team Senegal, and that's it for Saudi Arabia win, and they collected 4 elimination for now.
I mean, we can see a good team when it comes to a good support, good body system. When there's a movement, there's a backup. When there's a knockdown, there's a chance to go towards the other team. So yeah, we are going to see how about Saudi Arabia will play again later, because they need to set up their position. But back to the school, and we can say around Rozok area, Iraq already got their compound. It's a very good one. The warehouse, 3 different compounds, but Sri Lanka at the same time, even though it's not a big compound, no, I can say it's not a building, but the slope is so good. This slope is so legend, because you can pick towards school, you can pick towards the Iraqi players' spot, and even you can counter the gameplay coming from the upper side of Rozok Hills.
Yeah, but what I can notice from Sri Lanka is they kind of like, they really like to play a slope area. But now we're gonna move on to the POV from Bahrain, as we're witnessing the hard shift once again in terms of the circle or the next circle, and it's gonna be like a big fight going on around the circle itself. And we are gonna back towards the POV of Bahrain that is gonna like pushing into or towards the upper level and took down 1 man from Brunei, and it's not a good situation for Brunei itself, because they lost 2 men already.
I think Bahrain already got what they did from yesterday, because yesterday Bahrain are playing split quite far, especially in Miramar. But when it comes to the move as a unit movement coming from Bahrain, it's just too good. But you know what, Donna? Why I adore one team? There is always central gameplay, which is Pakistan. They already got their best spot right now at the 4th circle.
Yep.
And I think that's the key for Pakistan right now, because they're climbing up so far. Right now, they're even already at the 7th position, because the starting of the day, they are not too good. But we're back to the fight. Chinese Taipei doesn't know that Sri Lanka already secured this place. The utility hit so hard. Low HP for Hazen. Susti still being knocked down. Cheng Fu still need to be revived. But the nade coming from Huoswan is finishing 2 players from Sri Lanka. But Dub want to get the revenge. He failed, because there is another shot coming from Iraq.
Oh my god, the battle of slopes between Sri Lanka and also Chinese Taipei is messed up by Iraq itself. The Chinese Taipei though has their moment to really reset and also rethink their strategy. Meanwhile, Huoshuan is gonna be the decoy or the baiting or the collector of information for Sri Lanka's player and also Iraqi player. But Iraq though, Kalaga managed to take 1 man down from Chinese Taipei, and I believe Sri Lanka, meanwhile, somehow they were eliminated.
I mean, classic Kalaga. Kalaga just doesn't care about his surrounding. With good gun, with good scope, he just wants to shot, like we already saw at the 2nd day. AUG with a 3-time scope is so strong for Kalaga. But back again to the water town, Pakistan, even though they already got their best place, the problem is again, I don't want to say, when you're already at the central, what you need to do is defend yourself from the other one who want to challenge or retake your place. And it is not easy. But back to Vietnam, I think the outer gameplay still happened right here for Vietnam, even though they are close from Georgia Ball. But right now they're playing the slope, the new one, if I can say. But they already sent one player, which is Math Boy, with a good math skill, I guess,
Ooh,
to calculate,
hopefully.
to calculate the plays that they want to be playing right now. Big Star
Yeah.
already defending. Well, so I did not see Uriel. Is Uriel already sent it to lobby? South Korea, no. Uriel is still waiting from behind, I guess.
Yeah, still there. But ooh, Iraq though spotted one more team, which is, I believe this is Brunei. Yeah,
Brunei.
with 2 men standing for now and still messing around with team Chinese Taipei. And Chinese Taipei really need to be extra careful because there are 2 contenders for them. But on the other side, Team Vietnam is gonna build up the aggression towards another team, the enemy that they saw, which is Libya. I believe so. And 212K. 212K really need to be careful because the HP bar is only half of the bar itself left.
But they do not have a lot of time because less than 40 seconds, the circle will moving to the 6-1, and you do not want to taste the DPS of the circle. But Winnie, the name is cute, but the action is strong with the UMP, and that's it. Libya also eliminated and sent back to the lobby.
Oh, that was almost a blunder for Winnie itself because like he didn't check the corner, the box itself really well actually. But thankfully, actually, because of the other backup and also the aim from Winnie is maybe more than the enemy itself. So yeah, Team Vietnam for now managed to take the enemy and also they can move forward into the zone. But the other side though, Korea facing the other challenger now, Azerbaijan.
Look how many smokes Azerbaijan player had. It's more than 8. It's 9, so it can blind the vision. But the nade coming from Math Boy, again, the calculation coming from the math nerd. It's so strong. Even 2 players, I guess, 2 players from Azerbaijan right now is not in a good condition to knock down. That's a good utility. Even Uriel, look at his position. He's left behind, but the problem for Azerbaijan is right now Uriel himself. Even not only South Korea from behind, Vietnam want to do the backstep. So suddenly the western part of the circle becomes so crowded. So it's not a good situation for Azerbaijan especially.
Yeah. Is pinched down by 2 big names now, Vietnam and also South Korea. Meanwhile, South Korea have their momentum. And on the other side, Saudi Arabia got eliminated. And too bad that we didn't see how the war is going on. But South Korea now facing the other challenger for now, which is Team Vietnam. Vietnam is getting ready, as well as South Korea is getting ready. A big star with the smokes. A lot of smokes has been popped out by South Korea. But Uriel, though, taken down by Chua Chong because that was a clear vision towards Uriel itself. And the other players from South Korea has to be taken down by Team Vietnam as well. 2 men down. The Math Boy is it, but right now has been happening. But Big Star, as the last man standing, cannot really take Team Vietnam or Eagle Esports onto the challenge, and they are eliminated.
Loud shout coming from the Vietnam. I think this is the real deal. This is the Vietnam that I know about their gameplay. The tag team, when one player already low at health point, the other teammate coming, helping, and that's how you play when it comes to close combat battle. And you know what? The fight between South Korea and Vietnam, when it comes to the leaderboard right now, is quite tight actually. So it will be a different story, I guess, after this game. But we are back to the game. Pakistan right now need to go toward the circle. At the same time, it's Guatemala. No. It's Mauritius. It's Mauritius. Sorry, Mauritius near the position of Pakistan itself. Right now, at the middle of the circle, Chinese Taipei is still holding with 5 elimination. And I think because they already left alone with 2 players, they just want to lay down. They don't want to give any aggression. But
oh my God!
Push one. I guess that's not a clear shot. That's not a clear shot.
Not a clear shot, and also like a bit of a too late kind of movement for some millisecond now, but we're gonna focusing on to the Vietnam. That has been collected 10 elimination point for now, and they want more as they spotted Team Iraq now, and they are securing the slopes area. And I believe after they finishing the South Korea players, they also adding up more and more utility to be really used here.
Yeah, There's actually how you play outer circle. You wipes out all the players, you get the loots, and you will be the strongest team at the late game. But look at Brunei, even though they're already secure when it comes to the point, but they still play objectively, still have 3 players right now. Iraq, even the most aggressive one, I guess, in this game. They can't have a lot of elimination because when they shot, when they knock down the players, the elimination is actually coming from for the other teams.
Yeah.
Because it's packed, it's crowded, and it's open area. So when there's someone being knocked down, it's an easy one. And look at Brunei, newbie. I think you need to change your name to senior, to pro one, because you're not newbie anymore. Even low HP, but already collected a lot of elimination for Brunei.
Yeah, but Vietnam though, I noticed that Winnie can dodge all of the bullets from the team Brunei and also Chinese Taipei, and we're gonna witnessing and we're gonna watch in the last battle, the last dance, especially between Tuan Suke and also Cheng Fu. Vietnam versus
my
team
God.
Chinese Taipei now. Chinese Taipei still there. Vietnam is also still there with a full house, full power, but Winnie though cannot really dodge the other bullets that coming from Brunei, especially the Shaco 1 and trade knock has been happening between team Vietnam and also Brunei, but Chinese Taipei is still there. They're chilling between them.
But ladies and gentlemen, please see how high the awareness coming from Vietnam. They want to committing their gameplay towards the Chinese Taipei,
Yeah.
but because one information coming from the moving vehicle, they do the smoke.
Yeah.
They are throwing the smoke to blind the vision coming from Brunei, but the fight continue. One of the players from Chinese Taipei already being taken down, and look at Brunei players, 2 of the players already at low HP, but Vietnam, not only with 4 players, but they're favored by the airdrop. It will make them stronger than ever, but the Iraq player, the last man standing, taken down, and look at those double-digit points coming for Vietnam. 12, but Brunei do not want to close the fight easily for Vietnam. One of the players from Vietnam already being low HP, but Chaco kind of shaky to shot toward the player of Vietnam. So yeah, it's still a long fight to go.
Oh my God, Winnie though, again and again, he is a bullet dodger, I can say. Because like only like a pixel HP and he is still alive and go back in a full health with 4 or 3 other members of the team Vietnam as well. Meanwhile, one of the players and Winnie himself is gonna be opening up another vision, another angle to be guarding and also to collect it to make an aggression towards Team Brunei.
Look at Brunei, even though they are left with only 3 players, but they control the late game really well. 2 on the high ground, 1 at the lower one, and even one of the players have the strongest weapon for close combat, which is MG3. So I really hope to see how the fight will going on, because one of the player from Chinese Taipei right now is just laying down, got spotted also. So right now, 4-on-3 situation, 2K with the other guy coming towards the Brunei Darussalam defending, and look at Chua Chong, even with the utility, they do not want to push straight forward, going from the right side, and this will be a big gameplay coming from Vietnam, because most of the Brunei players at the low health point right now, Donna.
Yep, low health point now, and it's gonna be like a big kind of last dance on end game for Brunei and also Vietnam, because Brunei is so strong, as well as team Vietnam. Vietnam got their momentum now, they got their move, their vibes as well, and Newbie has been taken down by Brunei Darussalam and only got 2 last men from Brunei.
And this is not easy, even though one becomes so not visible, but again, look at that one, the last man standing. The Vietnam team going around, 1 already being knocked down, searching, where's the last guy? 2 already being knocked down, but 4 players is too strong. And welcome the winner chicken dinner for the first game, Vietnam.
Vietnam, congratulations, and finally we can see the move. We can see the play coming from Vietnam. And what I really like about Vietnam is they don't lose hope here, even though they are not in a really good position in terms of the leaderboard itself, but they didn't bail out of the game and they are trying really hard. Double-digit elimination point, winner chicken dinner, and I believe it's gonna like boost the points and also the leaderboard itself really high.
I totally agree with that. From 87, now they are already at the triple digits.
Yeah.
Because double-digit elimination, adding with the 15 point from the placement, so it helps a lot. And I really like to see, because this is what I know from Vietnam. This is what I know from Eagle. They are quite aggressive. the on-par level with Xavier coming from Vietnam itself. So, yeah, really amazing to see coming from Vietnam. Even though I don't want to give shout out also for Brunei.
Yeah,
even though
actually.
3 players, but they can defend pretty well, especially the last man standing. Not standing actually because he's prawny. So,
The last man prawning,
Yeah,
which is
so-
Shako or Vinya.
Shako.
Yeah, Shako.
even though he's kind of shaky before, but defending with prone, 2 of the players from Vietnam taken down, but not becomes an elimination. But this is the highlight. This is not a good start coming for Chinese Taipei because, starting with only 3 players is not easy for them, but
they
going to
managed.
the late game to be the top 3, I guess. Is it
Three.
coincidence? 3 players for the top 3?
But
Clinic.
superstitious stuff. But
Spiritual one.
spiritual stuff. But again and again, yeah, if I'm looking back on the Chinese Taipei, I only really want to give a big shout out towards these 3 teams that proceeding their way into the late game. South Korea. Not South Korea. Chinese Taipei, Vietnam,
Brunei.
and also Brunei.
Yeah.
Because Chinese Taipei, as you mentioned earlier, they lost one of the mans earlier in the game, but they managed to stay in the slope and not only stay in the slope, but they are stay strong even though they are bombarded by a lot of the teams from the beginning of the slope area for them.
Yeah.
Look at that. Iraq is around them, Vietnam is around them, but they are still there. As well as Vietnam. Vietnam got a really hard move or really hard time in terms of moving into the zone, right?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
as easy as that. But Brunei, though, not only they defending their area, but also giving an aggression towards the other enemy as well. Then the biggest enemy itself is Vietnam.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. And I really like how all of the players right now stepping up their utility gameplay. When it comes to the open field like this, Donna, you really need your smokes. It's
Yeah.
not only for blinding your enemy's vision, but also to make the path towards the further game for you. So yeah, here we go. Vietnam with 16 elimination, close to the record because so far the highest is from Saudi, which is 17 elimination.
Yep.
So really strong performance, really strong starting of the day. But Brunei and Chinese Taipei still with 15 points. Senegal, though, this is what I already mentioned a lot when it comes to Senegal. I think the task is still the same. They really need to upskill their fighting. They can't be so defensive all the time. They can't be so passive all the time because when it comes to fight, they kind of confuse what they need to do. Even when Saudi already pushed towards them, it's really clear there's a commitment coming from Saudi. But what Senegal did, they just laying around. They are not do the proactive movement. Even the support coming from behind can shot the player from Saudi.
Yep,
so
yep.
that way, Senegal, let's go. Chayo.
Chayo, Senegal. But
yeah.
the example here
Finally.
that they... What?
The throw-use. This is
Oh,
what
yeah.
I'm waiting for.
Come back, yeah?
Come back with a lot of throw use because the terrain at the late game is so hard for them. It's not only about the vehicle, it's not only about the obstacle you meet by your vehicle, but there's no compound, there's no buildings.
Yeah,
You
actually.
need the utility.
A lot of teams really having a slope area like Chinese Taipei did, Vietnam did.
Yeah.
They reach camp actually in the reach line area of the open field of the circle itself. Yeah, we get back to the 200-ish throwable has been used, but the total elimination is also going higher and higher with 48 total elimination point, longest distance elimination 320 meter, and also airdrop looted is also 3 is a high number.
3 is a high number. At least we saw earlier 2 airdrop weapon, which are AUG and MG3 if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
AUG used by Iraq and MG3 used by Brunei, right, at the
Yeah.
late game itself. So yeah, it's a very good overall statistic. I really enjoy when it comes to the first game, even though 2 rematches, but
Yeah.
still a good game though.
Yeah, even though it's we saw there are no earlier engagement being
Yeah.
played, especially with the some aggressive teams or countries that coming from Group A. We didn't see that in this first game.
The
but
circle though, Donna.
Chua Chung, yeah,
It's because the circle.
it's because
The circle just helping the players.
but not. But I think what I noticed is only like the other players or the other teams not playing like as aggressive as the first 2 days, especially from Saudi Arabia maybe.
Last day.
Yeah. Maybe they want to keep it low key for tomorrow, and maybe they want to save their ace cards for tomorrow as well. So yeah, let's see what the future holds for them.
Yeah, I mean tomorrow the big shots will sit here, make
Yeah.
the fire more. I mean,
Fluxing? No, the fire
I mean,
or
like
fluxing?
we are at the fire stage.
Yeah.
So the air conditioner is still working, but tomorrow I don't know because the 4 big names will be here. Even one of this is the MVP. Chua
Hi,
Chung.
Chua Chung.
Hello.
Congratulations, MVP of the match.
So yeah,
You deserve this.
you deserve it. Chua Chung, really, really strong performance. If Indonesian people say that, malu-malu lah.
Shy.
Shy.
Indonesia English also shy.
Shy. Or shy quadrant.
Not too shy though, because
Not
like
too
Chua Chung giving us a big smile actually.
Yeah.
Because like they got a big win and they show us what they got. This is Vietnam, bro. Because like, we had a doubt about them like the previous 2 days, but yeah, finally they show us.
I guess Chuchu was right. Don't judge too early. I guess Vietnam just want to give 2 days. You guys go. You guys can go your best, but at the 3rd day, we are still gonna be the grand finalists.
No way.
No way?
No way you want to giving out the 2 days. If the 3 first matches, it's okay.
It's
But
okay.
2 days is too much.
It's too much.
It's too much. It's a lot of burden
On their
them.
shoulder,
On
yeah.
their shoulder, right.
But I guess they just adapting well.
Adapting
With
well.
all the condition, maybe like the venue, the smartphone that they use. So yeah, I think it takes time.
Yeah.
But with that strong performance, we are waiting how Vietnam will go for the next matches or
Yeah.
even to the end of today.
Yeah. Well, once again, finally, we got to see the move that coming from one of the biggest or big region or country that coming from Vietnam, and finally, once again, finally, we have the other contender and the other strong contender to play really well today.
Yeah, I think that's for the first game, right, Donna? Because the most important one is it is not only dominating by several teams, but most of the team already upscale their gameplay, and this is what we want to see because we want to see the heat, the spirit of the competition itself, because tomorrow we are going to see the grand final. So I guess that's for the first game.
Yeah.
Are we going to...
What are we gonna do for today? We just knew the information that we are gonna jump into the second game, which is gonna be played in Miramar. But before that, we're gonna have a very short break. So stay tuned with us in the 14th World Esports Championship live in Bali. Stay tuned.
Stay tuned.
See you again.